In 1489, a child appears in the Borgia family. Now, at the time, people are convinced that this is Lucrezia Borgia's child, but she is purportedly a virgin at this time, despite having been married for 4 years. Let's work out what's going on here. Now, Lucrezia was the illegitimate daughter of this guy, Rodrigo Borgia, Pope Alexander VI. Now, having lots of illegitimate children as a cardinal gives you a lot of power because you can use them in military positions and you can use your daughter to broker political allegiances. Now, that's exactly what happens to Lucrezia. She has a series of marriages, the first of which is to a guy called Giovanni Sforza, who is also himself illegitimate. But unfortunately, the Sforzas, they kind of lose their importance to the Borgia family. And Rodrigo, he wants Lucrezia back. But ultimately, what they want from Giovanni is for Giovanni to say that he was never able to consummate that marriage. During the long period of this annulment, Lucrezia goes to a convent and she cannot escape the rumours that she's pregnant. And in March and February of that year, a baby does emerge into the Borgia family. It's hard to escape these rumours. This baby is called Giovanni Borgia. Now, in 1501 and 1502, the baby is subject to a couple of papal bulls. The first one says that the father of this child is her own father, Rodrigo Borgia. And the reason for that is probably political. Rodrigo has been able to get away with having many illegitimate children. So if this is Lucrezia's child, it makes sense for him to claim this child as his own and give him or her the same perks that his other children have had. The second papal bull kind of acknowledges that this is Cesare Borgia's child. Again, likely for the same reasons. These guys can get away with having an illegitimate child. Lucrezia cannot. But who is the father of this baby, if indeed this is Lucrezia's baby? Now, the first candidate, and Lucrezia cannot escape these rumours in her own time, is her own brother, Cesare Borgia. Now, Cesare Borgia is not to be messed with. He is the subject of Machiavelli's The Prince, so when you hear the word Machiavellian, you're talking about this guy. It's better to be feared than loved. Now, Cesare Borgia is kind of known to get things done the way things are going to get done. And it is Giovanni Sforza himself who accuses Cesare of being the child's father. Now, we know that he kind of claims fathership later, but is that just a political thing in the same way that his father did for him? He is protecting Lucrezia's child, his own nephew. The next candidate as father of the baby is a chamberlain called Pedro Calderon. Now, he is chamberlain to Lucrezia's father, and he is found floating in the Tiber around the time that the baby is born. Is he connected to this? We just don't know. Whether there was anyone else, we just don't, that information has just not survived for us to look at today. Now, it is entirely possible that Cesare is the child's father, but whenever I hear this, I kind of think about Anne Boleyn, kind of the slander against Anne Boleyn. Most historians today would say that Anne Boleyn did not father a baby with her brother, and that is Cromwell's kind of slander cooked up to send her to the executioner's block. It is entirely possible that Anne Boleyn did sleep with her brother because Henry couldn't get it up and she was desperate. But most people would think that that is probably a slander. So is it a slander that Cesare and Lucrezia slept together? We just don't know. What we do know is this: there is a baby that emerges into this family shortly after Lucrezia departs for a convent. Her husband is certainly not the father. He signed a document to say that he's not the father, although they almost certainly did sleep together in 4 years of marriage. We know that Lucrezia did have some tender feeling toward him because she tries to save his life when Cesare tries to kill him. But we do not know who the father is. I would love to know your thoughts on this. If you like this video, do check out my other content, my long form videos on YouTube. Always lovely to see you guys.